I think this is about as good of a PL game as you can ask for. The only hope, in my opinion, for Unique is to just snowball the lanes. I think that really is their only choice. I think Queen of Pain probably doesn't do all that great against Prophet mid. I think Mars will have a perfectly fine lane against Weaver, unless they decide to maybe tri-lane him or gank him at some point. And PL against Death Prophet, I can only imagine being also pretty good. So
they like just have to pop off.
Yeah,
there's no easy matchups here.
I think they do. I think it's going to... So they're actually... Oh, they're safe laning the Death Prophet against the Mars. Oh, I like this play. I like this mix-up a lot. I think you have to do this. It seemed like on paper, whenever I read it out loud to myself and I say, none of that sounds all that great, it's usually best to do something, swap it up somehow. So they've decided to aggro tri-lane, and I like that a lot, especially with the Tusk tag team. 3 heroes hitting you with bonus damage is always better than 2.
That's some simple math that no one can argue with.
Yeah, I did that in my head, so feel free to be impressed.
3 greater than 2. But the only thing greater than that is 3-2-2. Will we see one?
That's true. Most likely.
You'll just have to stick around to find out, guys. 25 kills to go.
They must see this somehow. What did they scout? Maybe the Dire Ward bottom? Or they're just assuming? I'm not sure.
Sending the PL down bottom with the Shaker.
Yeah, they seem aware that this is happening. I don't know who they saw. Usually when you're swapping lanes, you hide the cores. So
Treant might have scouted, it looks like.
Oh, maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe he saw the Weaver top. Yeah, because Death probably, he was sitting underneath his tier 1 bottom the entire time, so it was not him. Okay. I think this lane matchup is still better this way around for Unique than the standard setup, but this is really important by NIP to dodge here. PL, one of the few carries that can operate really well in the offlane just because he has a natural escape. As long as he's getting properly supported, he's not like a bully offlaner. You can't run him as an offlaner, but he can be played as a carry in the offlane.
Let's see, TP down from the bat. So they are going to assemble the tri-lane.
Dahak is getting right-clicked.
Yeah, they are punishing him pretty hard.
But he's going to get these creeps free, and he's going to be able to deny his own range, which is really big here. They're not even in range for that creep at all, so 0 XP for that range creep this early on. Really impactful. The lane's also going to push towards him a bit here because he has no range creep. And as long as they block the pulls, which they didn't, so I think he'll just have to make sure Milan does not let him pull. Because that's the only way to fix the lane. They block the big camp. Small camp's going to be contested. PL should do just fine here. I'm just rattling off all the stuff that you need to do if you're going to lane your carry in the offlane.
While you're doing that, Milan is making his move on mid. Did skill the blank.
Yeah, once she's level 2, you know he's going to have it.
Yeah, and versus Prophet, your Shadow Strike is not particularly effective.
I like this max Scream, excuse me. Yeah, you're like going to dagger the Prophet and try to harass him, and meanwhile he's going to right-click you back on the trees also. So
he's got better attack range. I think he has better damage too, right? Or very comparable anyway. And he's got a great animation.
Yeah, they're about the same. Okay. And he does snipe Illusion's Courier, Milan, as pretty standard 4-position things. Just sniping those couriers behind the tower.
So the one lane we haven't really touched on is this Mars safe lane solo right now. Isn't a 2v1, but holding his own, honestly, doing quite well.
Yeah, he's going to get what he wants out of this lane. Because of the fact that Tusk tag team primarily relies on that chase distance to make use of its full duration. Since Blizzy's sitting near his tower, it's really helpful. He also gets 3 armor from the tower aura, so against physical damage from Weaver as well as Tusk, it's very useful if he's near his tower.
Yeah, he's going blow for blow with them without a problem. As you mentioned.
He's just going to out-level them, too, because he's got such an easy way to secure CS with the Rebuke. And
Quap's doing surprisingly well mid, 13 CS. I feel like NP would win that battle.
I think it's because of this max Scream. I have to believe that's making a difference. Maybe 19-teen. I've been hearing that this has been the lane, or Prophet mid's been the hot thing in EU, so he's probably laned this matchup a couple of times in the recent past.
Well, speaking of hot things, NIP are looking to barbecue Illusion, and they get him with the Flame Break, the Fissure there to secure the kill, and the first blood to the hero you least want to see getting it, the Phantom Lancer.
How do you feel about Phantom Lancer killing a guy named Illusion?
It's not right, you know? It's like cannibalism.
Something like
that. Except
instead
of eating him, he just murders it.
So it's not cannibalism at all.
Yeah.
Okay.
Exactly. That's
cool.
That's my contribution for the
good
guest.
Talk,
Back
good
to
talk.
you, Beatrice.
Oh, the fissure mid to cancel the salve. Milan being annoying. We did see the other day an Ember Spirit that smoked up and Sleight of Fist cancel a salve, and it did win the mid lane. That might be a serious momentum shifter in favor of Tanner, as 19-teen does man up on him, and he's forced to blink back to base. Tanner doing the same, but he can just TP right back in, so he's going to be much quicker to do the exact same thing here.
They are hounding BZZ, driving him all the way back towards the Tier 2 tower. PL has creeps at his own tower, or did. He's kind of chilling there now. PPD is out a little far. Are they going to be able to punish him? He's got the windlace. I guess he's got just enough move speed to make it out of there.
And Hawk's doing a really good job maintaining the lane equilibrium here. May even try to get the pull from Peter, but no, they're going to be a bit late, so no big camp pull to keep the lane back. It's going to go right back to where it was. There is an extra Radiant creep, though, so the lane will push out as well as it going into the tower. All I'm saying is Hawk wants it near his tower as often as possible, and he looks like he's going to get just that. No points in Doppelganger, interestingly enough. Against Rubik, it's usually pretty nice to purge the Fade Bolt.
They're making it go on mid. This is a big kill, but the double TP reaction. Milan coming forth.
Big kill.
He's too late. Fissure comes through, but 19 can just blink away, and he'll do exactly that. Vent score is getting blocked, but they're not really hitting him during this time. They get 3 napalm stacks. I don't think they're killing him. They're going to try. PPD really committing for this. Keeps on layering on the napalm. While 19's just farming the creep wave as Vanscore leads them on a merry-go chase around the world.
That's exactly what I would call it.
Just will blink away in the end.
19-teen's going to have some mana issues, though. Does he have a bottle coming? No, he's having to ferry himself mangoes.
Vanscore, more space created here.
What's going on here?
Caged himself in, trapped between the shards, the fissure, and an angry Bat Rider and Prophet combination. They're going to flame bring him back into the neutrals, not denied.
And 19-teen does clear the mid wave, so that makes it so they can't push straight into the tower. Really important against the catapult wave with a hero like Nature's Prophet, but once again, does he have a bottle flying out? He does have it on the courier. Oh, he's going to drop it, and Tusk is going to TP back in and bottle him once or twice. So that's going to be good for them there. Maybe he'll get the 6-minute rune as well.
That's some teamwork.
It's really important that they maintain this mid tower, and Queen of Pain has to walk up and melee range the Scream to do so. So not only will he use mana, but also health.
Gets the 1 extra free bottle charge from Vanscore. Very nice stuff.
Sniped by Milan, though. Taking the rune. Very good for him.
PPD coming in with the haste, looking for illusion.
Oh,
he's going to get the courier.
That's like cannibalism, but not at all because it's a llama, and he's a bat, and he killed it.
That's how a virus is spread.
Yikes.
This got real. Yeah, so Zerax farming. I mean, what can this Weaver do? You know, like
kind of has to go Maelstrom, right? Are they going to consider like Shiva's Radiance on anybody? I don't think you have these natural cores to do so. Shiva's on Queen of Pain is okay. I'm just talking about these items that counter the Phantom Lancer, but they seem like they need survivability items.
It was Sumail, right, who played the Mjolnir Weaver the other day versus, this is a couple days ago now, versus the PL.
Yeah, they also had a Bat Rider with Shiva's Radiance.
And they had Darkseer.
Yeah, and Darkseer is a really good scaling against PL as well, so... the problem is it's just this Queen of Pain now. None of the heroes are good at all. Rubik's really bad. Death Prophet's really bad. Tusk is really bad. As the game goes on, none of these heroes are good.
Blizzy going to get snowballed, but drags them back towards the tower. I don't know if they want to commit on him.
He's ready for the butt spear.
They're backing off. Okay. So just struggling to find openings around the map. Unique. Moving a lot. Not killing that much. The PL is slowing down a little, though. Only 28 CS here. So he was left alone with that double TP, and I guess it's hurt him quite a bit. It's happened last game on the Void, too. Like, he didn't get as much support as he wanted.
PL will recover way better, though.
That's true.
Than
he
Void.
farms
He
the
starts hitting
jungle
up
real
the
fast.
newts. Yeah. He has the Glove of Haste, almost has treads. He's pretty farmed, all things considered. He has a kill, and he hasn't really had to spend any money on regen because of this Ring of Tarrasque.
And that also builds into something useful later on for him.
Potentially. Most games you do go hard, but... Or not most games. There are games where you go hard, but it's not every single game.
That's true.
Does get the D ward on PPD, utilizing that sticky napalm for vision and illusion. Just giving a little love tap on the way out, saying, I know you. I see you there.
Yeah, keeping tabs on any rotation, so... You know, the mid-quap BSJ, like, where's he going to go? What's he going to do? You mentioned needing to keep this tower alive mid. So anytime you gank, you're exposing a potential push. But should he be ganking? Should he be trying to find kills?
I think he just needs to do exactly what he's doing here. I don't think he can do anything fancy, but he can just invade the jungle and try to make sure that Tanner as well as the Hawk are not just killing neutrals for free. Make sure they're getting pressure just a bit. Make sure you're even taking some of the creeps. And 19-teen is being aggressive in the mid lane, but Tanner just going to TP out. He's got that Arcane Rune, so he's kind of just spamming Screams. As we see an Arena in the top lane, kills the Tusk. Vanscore does go down. Blizzy.
They keep on diving this top tower, and with the Mars, it's like that hero is not an easy kill. They wanted to get their Shaker.
He has no TP this time.
Unable to do so, Tanner, but he's got backup coming in. Man
nice
fight.
Patience on the
nice Quap ult, though. Will it be enough damage? He gets the Sprout off at least, and here comes a Spear, a Fissure, and Quap will make it out.
5 heroes
they do get the
NIP.
Rubik. Yeah, that was a big investment. Weaver just casually farming up the top lane.
That's really good for them that Weaver is able to put some pressure on this top tower. The reason why they're trying to dive this Mars over and over again, it actually paid off for them there, because if he had Arena, Quap probably goes down there or has to back off. So it allows them to basically get to the PL, because in order to invade this PL's farm, you can't just walk at him. You do have to kill some buildings along the way, and by continuously running at top, they are forcing NIP to defend themselves with abilities, with heroes, and then that sets up a nice kill mid. However, that's just step one of many steps to start invading this PL, and the question is, will you be able to do it in time? And going into the draft, I didn't think they really could, but maybe Unique's going to be able to turn up the pace in this game. We'll just have to see.
Well, Unique will get the double outpost here. NIP not showing much interest in contesting that.
All 6 cores are having pretty decent games, but the fact that PL is near the top is feeling very good for NIP, as he's queuing up the Yasha first at the very least. If he gets Manta against the Death Prophet, even just like Weaver, who's super single target, it is very nice for him in terms of survivability, and he's almost unkillable, to be honest with you.
They don't have much in the way of true reliable disable here. Rubik lift, maybe if they steal Fissure, and that silence that you mentioned on the DP, but at some point he'll have an answer for it. So PPD trying to slow things down top to relieve this pressure on the tower, but BZZ gives chase, gets him with the Spirit Siphon, keeps on diving with the help of Zerax. PPD will be going down. The last hit to BZZ, but with the creeps dead, the push will be slow, and the push, meanwhile, very quick for NIP bottom. They've already grabbed the tier 1. They can now create a little more space for PL to farm freely in the Radiant Woods, and 19 trying to push in mid. Wants to keep his Catapult alive.
This was a concern of mine when they last picked Quap. They have Weaver, Quap, Death Prophet. I don't know what that says to you, LD, but no jungle creeps are going to be dying. And they have no neutral items other than just a Royal Jelly. And even though I don't believe neutral items have a major impact RNG-wise to what items you get, I do believe if you don't get the items is a big deal. So this early on, those items, you know, let's look at this. Arcane Ring, that's int and armor. That's probably 500-600 gold worth of items. It adds up pretty quick. So they are trying to kill this stack. Will Zerax get an item? Unlucky, sir. And Quap does manage to find an Ocean Heart, but by the time they get these items, it's already going to be almost to the point where tier 2s are coming out.
Can they find openings? They're occupying the Dire Woods as well. Both teams kind of mirroring each other's movements, but there's a lot of wards here, so NIP know that this invasion has happened. We'll see another TPN. They're going to look to dive the Nature's Prophet here, potentially. This is a heavy commitment. Will Tanner fall victim to it? Does get scouted out by Zerax, and that's going to prompt a snowball. Follow-up uppercut coming through from the Walrus Punch. Now Milan charges forward.
Haster.
He's got a haste, and he's been lifted, pulled back into the Spirit Siphon. No follow-up stun, and I mean, you can already see it. That's just a shaker, but there's just not that much lockdown in this. Quap, well, that'll do it. 19 comes in from behind, snipes him with the ult. Some fancy stuff. So an even game, but by the sounds of it, BSJ, if it's even and PL's farming, NIP are happy.
It's kind of the opposite of last game. I think a lot has to go right for Unique to win this game, and as long as they mess up even one time, they lose momentum, maybe a core dies like the Weaver or the Quap a single time, or this tower push even gets shut down, I could imagine it's spelling doom for them.
Here comes the Arena.
Oh,
nice snowball save. Big plays. Rolling forward under the tower. BZZ, he just charges in. I don't know if he's tanky enough to withstand this punishment. Well, it's a feed from him. Tanner, his turn to die. Dahak will join this fight. Can they deal with the PL, though? He's pretty scary, and he's coming at a great opportunity. Milan marching forward, looking for the chain stun. Not going to find it. But it ends up being a 2-for-2 with the Death Prophet ult committed. So NIP also holding the tower. Have to be happy with that.
Yeah, you're just stalling. You're just making space for this PL. Yes, he's at the fight, but in this case, if he has to be at the fight to maintain the objectives, as a carry, it's worth it, because the amount of efficiency you'll lose on the map if you lose map control is not worth that extra few neutral camps you would have killed in the meantime. And
I'm really surprised BZZ kept on running in there.
yeah, that was odd. He
probably could have gotten away if he just backed.
I really don't mean to flame, but that's like bronze tier Death Prophet. That means he just hasn't played a ton of Death Prophet, and it's just like, yeah, you know what the hero's supposed to do in the game, but you just don't know your limits exactly because you haven't played it enough, and that's what that kind of says to me. It's like he thinks he's survivable enough with those Spirit Siphons, and then he just kind of dies, and that's just the nature of not having enough games on a hero.
And it's going to cost them because they won't have the ult for some time, and it's really their only quick way to take objectives. They don't have that much building damage without DP ult, or until Weaver gets farm, but I think he was going Maelstrom. Has he completed that yet? Yeah, but that doesn't really help you take towers that much. Only killing the creeps, as PPD will get found here in the river, and that's a nice kill. Zitrax claiming it.
Is the Hawk? I just realized that he's also a bronze level PL. It seems like most carry players, if maybe PL's not huge in EU, I'm not sure.
I feel like I've seen him play PL a lot on a stream.
Yeah, maybe he's like smurfing or something.
Yeah, maybe he's another account. I'd be surprised if he's only played enough to get to bronze tier.
And 19-teen is forced to blink away, going for the Orchid, but by the time he has it, Prophet's already got a Blade Mail. PL's going to have a Manta, most likely, by that time. And Mars...
Clock's a ticking.
Maybe Mars will be their target, but I don't know. I don't mind. I don't necessarily think he shouldn't go Orchid, but are they going to be able to make use of it? It's a nice damage item, but that's about it.
This is not going to help you versus the PL, in all likelihood.
And I think that timing, it's kind of like the Anti-Mage Battle Fury timing to the Storm, or the Manta timing to the Storm Orchid timing in the past. It's the same thing here.
Well, they really want this tower. It's the second Exorcism in a row used to try and secure it. And here comes the Glyph. NIP still trying to hold it, but it doesn't feel like they're going to be able to stop the tower from going down as much as they might try. The Spooky Ghosts get the job done. And, well, NIP, they can just kind of chill if they want. Wait this ult out. Then they maybe take a fight. PPD getting some vision up from behind. This could set up for some pickoffs. Good job sneaking into the enemy woods. Zitrax scurrying down towards bottom. And they continue pushing. What have they stolen here? Oh, just some Treants.
He has a full Mjolnir on Weaver pretty early on. He is #1 net worth by a decent margin. And that is the one thing they got going for him. If they can manage to itemize enough for this Phantom Lancer, maybe. We saw OG do it, but I really think that Darkseer had a lot to do with it because of the natural damage you get from his spells on top of all the items.
Yeah.
That is the concern I have, is I don't think items are enough to deal with PL, especially if he goes for like the Manta Diffusal, maybe even Satanic build after that, just to man up and stand his ground. But Heart could do the trick as well in this particular game. If they don't build Radiance, you're much more likely to build the Heart, just because the Radiance tick damage does cancel that Heart over and over again, so it makes it a less enticing purchase. But Weaver forced to go for the BKB. I don't blame him. Against Shaker, once that blink comes out, there's going to be this window where I'd say maybe 3 minutes where Weaver doesn't have that BKB. And if they can manage to bring him down, I might. We've seen these Weavers. They can go 16-1-5, and they just lose the game. And this definitely has the recipe for that.
There's no save aside from Snowball, and it's a pretty poor Tusk, so can't count on him to be there.
True.
And even if you get a BKB, you could still get blown up by Shaker once he has Blink. It's, you know, if you're not really quick on the reaction, they have the lasso follow-up. But 19,
nice play.
Debuting, well, not debuting, actually, doesn't have the Orchid yet, but is almost there, just needs the recipe now.
Picking on the Shaker is the most important thing here, honestly, because even if PL were to be shut down just a bit, you're probably not killing him because he went Manta. And if he's going to plan to farm, he's kind of like a Medusa at this point, where he's not a threat to you. So rather than picking on him, pick on the rest of his teammates that do need items.
You know, BSJ, I said they don't really push that well, but with the stolen Treants and NIP not defending because Shaker's dead, suddenly they do.
And they can do
out
Roche
of 6
this.
Towers down, including all 4 near the pit.
Yeah,
and they have the outpost. So how do you contest this if you're NIP?
I don't think you can. Death Prophet Ultimate. They did let the Bug take aggro, though. That is a bit of a mistake because you can make sure it's not getting hit, so it does more minus armor. But that'll just slow them down a bit. If they manage to contest this on NIP with Batrider smoked up, I think they were just looking for a kill. It's about to expire as that gets instantly dewarded by the hero. Creeps to the mid lane, and he does get the 173 gold. I forgot about that since he did plant the sentry. That's nice for Tusk there. He's now doubled his net worth.
I'm just kidding. But he is really. That does bring him significantly closer to a blink, all things considered.
Yeah,
The save being pretty
he's been
important.
a little impoverished walrus, but he's making his way back into the world. So, I mean, Daha keeps on farming BSJ. He's got the Manta complete. He's going to start working on Diffusal now. But Unique are ahead in terms of net worth. They've got a very fat Weaver.
I think he should have considered
can
Diffusal
they
first this
take
game
this guy?
because of the fact that Earthshaker is this type of support that does not want to fight right now, and
Just to, like, buy him more time.
you just can't have two heroes that don't want to fight. It seems like on a lineup, and
Not in this patch.
yeah, the problem is it seems really nice from his own perspective, and I even agreed with it, but now that I'm seeing this play out, they've lost so much map control. Unique's kind of just doing whatever the hell they want. They've really ramped up the pace of the game faster than I would have imagined, maybe himself as well. And, yeah, it's going to be this huge timing, though. They have Diffusal coming soon. They also have Blink now on Shaker, but they have Aegis. So if they manage to punish this Aegis, it could turn the tides of this game quite quickly.
Oh, here's another tool. The Prophet Orchid is out.
Okay.
And
Death
Weaver no
Prophet has
BKB yet.
Yules,
So
BKB, no, I mean, Weaver can't get out of it.
Quap as well.
Can't get out of it. There's a dire ward that sees them all here.
Milan is lurking on the low ground. Wants to make sure it's a clean initiation. Maybe they'll contest this bounty rune. PL getting stunned by the creeps, though.
Oh,
and
he
PPD now
preempted the
making his move, but the snowball's here on Tanner. They've caught the
Let
Tusk
him
out of
go.
position, and they will sacrifice him, I believe. BZZ. Getting old Fissure is going to catch the
Instant
Rubik
buyback.
on the wrong side of it. Illusion just keeps on hoofing it back. They're going to buy back on the Tusk. Unique want to re-engage. And IP retreating to the safe confines of the high ground.
They have a lasso, but no blink. It's just a 5-position
There's a
Bat
DP
Rider.
ult up. Can they get that Yules catch? PL Illusions working on BZZ. Both teams dancing back and forth, nobody committing since that Tusk kill. Vangscore does creep forward. Really got to be careful not to die as Zirax tanks the spear.
No Diffusal, though.
Takes quite a bit of damage, though. The Sprout not quite caging him.
Yeah, Weaver just an underwhelming Agi hero in regards to getting armor, so
His stat growth is just not that great.
yeah, so he ends up naturally losing on these mana battles to pretty much everybody. And Rubik has that Ether Lens using the he was using his Spawn Treants earlier to push out waves, but now he has lost the spell. I thought he was going to do it again bottom, but those are just Tanner's trees as they proceed to bully this bottom creep wave.
Game is definitely slowing down now. 4K gold advantage for Unique.
It has leveled out.
Can they force anything with this Aegis? Can they just like shove in the bottom lane, or is it's just always going to be too hard with the Bat and the Prophet split pushing?
I think they were simply waiting for this Weaver's BKB, which is flying out now to
Here's
go
a
for
big
this tier
catch.
one.
If they can get Blizzy. Shards coming through. Will cage him. Silence as well. The snowball connects.
Optimistic.
They get the stun. And Blizzy is down. Out for 40. No buyback. And that is the opening they needed to go for the tower.
Every time I doubt a lineup with Tusk in it against a strength offlaner, just like the first game. Or not, I didn't doubt it necessarily, but like if it just looks like that strength offlaner's game non-existent. It seemed like last game Blizzy was having a really nice game on Centaur. He was having a pretty decent game on Mars, and then he's just died like 2 or 3 times to this Tusk gank. All right, well, yeah, that was his first death. Where has he been farming? Huh. He, oddly enough, has very little farm, but no deaths. Maybe he's been playing too passive. I don't know. That's odd. It feels like he's died a lot because I haven't really seen him around the map all that much, but he has just been, I guess, sitting behind his cores.
I guess with the team constantly cutting waves and like split pushing, there's just not many lanes to farm in.
Yeah, it's true.
PPD's been taking a lot of farm, or at least denying a lot of farm, I guess. So is the Nature's Prophet. But towers exchanged here. Tier 1 top for the Radiant goes down. Tier 1 bottom for the Dire goes down. The Tier 2 bottom also took quite a bit of damage. So they just started chipping away at it, so...
Dude, 19 teen, man, let him have the wave. That's Vanscore's Blink Dagger you're stealing right now. He's like made negative progress towards it because of smokes and wards and such.
So he also bought back earlier. So that
oh, yeah, it is the buyback. I was like, how is he still just at 300 gold less? I don't think wards cost that much nowadays. PL does have Diffusal. As we said, Shaker still has Blink and Echo. Even has 5 mangoes to make sure he has all the mana in the world.
They're smoked up, looking for that Echo Slam initiation. Milan just sitting behind his PL, and oh, they are going to make the jump now. Commitment forward onto the Rubik. Quickly picked off. Illusion will drop, and they hold on to the Echo. So they'll have that available for a potential follow-up fight. Tier 1 mid falls. Still Unique, not finding openings to take fights. They are pulling ahead very slightly in net worth, but not major progress. As Blizzy will snipe the courier here. Tanner comes in as well. Can they punish this Tusk? They have the silence. Vanscore gets off the punch. Tanner just tanking up the DP. Ultimate needs to back off from this. Can they burst the DP? She gets dragged all over the place and just melts immediately. There's no death profit. They're still trying to take this fight.
Dead too.
Weaver scurrying around with the BKB, but he just tickles. He's not doing enough damage. He's got to get out. So they've committed the 10-second BKB. They lose the Quap. They blow the DP. They get almost nothing. NIP are looking way stronger.
I just want to comment to all those first to 10 kills bettors out there. That's devastating if you're betting for Unique, as they were ahead 9-7 into that fight, or 9-8, excuse me. But this is the classic Weaver, the good old 3-0-2. Your team dies because you don't do enough damage to threaten the opponent, and this was the recipe for disaster that I was afraid of for Unique, and suddenly I'm heavily favoring NIP. I was already favoring them in the draft, but Unique was setting up a pace that I was not expecting them to be able to do. And
but just shows you how fragile their lineup is.
Exactly.
They can have that kind of advantage. They can play well all through the early game, and then they still get smoked.
It seems like the same as last game, reverse, right?
Yeah.
Like NIP had to have such good execution, no room for error. The second they mess up one fight, the game's actually just over. In this case, it's not necessarily going to end right now, but I would almost argue that this game is close to over in regards to if they don't kill this PL before 1 or 2 more items, he is absolutely going to steamroll them. Even has spider legs in his inventory if he wants to pick those up, making him even more elusive and potent for his closing the gap with the Basher and Tusk. This is working.
They found Vangscore. Not
the
quite
prop
enough to
ulti
kill him
didn't,
off. Maybe with that Flame Break, it'll get
level
him
2.
close.
Level 2 Flame Break.
But not enough for the kill. Still, though, more importantly, they're securing the tower. Tier 2 dropping. That is the last outer tower, aside from the mid Tier 2.
How do you fight into them now? I don't actually see it. I think Weaver is just
who
ignorable.
is their fight starter? You know, it's a Weaver with a BKB, and that's not going to do it. Tusk rolling in, that just sets you up to get destroyed. And meanwhile, NIP have multiple ways to start fights. Lasso initiations, Blink Echo Slam.
Rubik just needs to steal Fisher.
No pressure.
Yeah, he's got Bulwark right now, so he is super tanky. That's a positive.
All right, he'll take like 2 more seconds for PL to slice up.
Yep, that's a lot of time to have the follow-up counter initiation of the Weaver.
All right, well, that sounds really useless, PSJ.
I don't know, man. That's just negative attitude. As they obviously jump and start the fight with the Rubik instead. So steals Flame Break, not ideal, but it's okay.
Still a nice kill.
Yeah, not a bad kill at all. And Roche is their next play. It's not up for a few minutes, and they know it can't possibly be up just yet. So they actually, no, it just now started to possibly respawn is what's happening here, and it's going to respawn in a minute. They don't know that, though. Enchanted Quiver found by Death Prophet, but turns out Fated Brooch is still better than that item. I just shout out to Ice Frog for the awesome balance
the Tier 3, Tier 1 item.
Yeah. Beta Bro should definitely be nerfed.
I don't think I've heard anyone not say that.
Spider Legs as well.
Move speed too good.
Move speed for free is... The only reason you don't buy Windlaces is because they take a slot. But Windlace is the most value item in the entire game. As we see another initiation from the Rubik.
They are going to find the Mars,
Echo
but
Slam's up,
he's
though.
pretty tanky.
Oh,
This is
it's a
a
juicy
big
Echo.
dive for him. They really want him. Are they going to be able to get him? BKB committed by Zitrax. Comes in from behind, but the lasso's there. Mitigating the damage. Quap lunging forward. Gets off the ultimate. Does find that secondary kill.
Okay.
Not too shabby by Unique. Now, meanwhile, bottom. Tower down to a 3rd HP, almost a quarter. While that was all happening, No Nature's Prophet in the rest of that fight. And that is a concern for Unique. Even when they win a fight, they have to worry about the split push and the rat.
So Queen of Pain is queuing up the Shivas. You absolutely need one against Phantom Lancer. And I wouldn't even mind if they go late Radiance. I honestly think they just need to purely itemize for this Phantom Lancer. The problem is they do have heroes like the Shaker that in the late game, even if it's just a support, does scale incredibly scary. As the Snowball.
Ooh,
He's in
Milan
deep.
dragging Vangscore along, but they don't really want to fight as the team is only just now respawning. Vangscore carrying some mangoes to deal with this pesky mana burn.
Satanic done on Weaver, one of the few heroes that doesn't care too much about the PL mana burn, because if you do go on him and burst him down to low mana, most heroes would be useless at that point, but he can just time-lapse the mana back.
Nice lift on PPD, getting the Bat Rider early. Can they finish him up, though? In comes the Arena. Zerax with the BKB up.
Is that a stolen lasso?
For now, they're trying to work down this Mars. Can they kill him? Finally, Blizzy will drop.
That was a stolen lasso.
Nicely done, and now BZZ. Oh, he committed the exorcism for this. Roshan is up, but Dahak's leading them on a merry chase to the north. Spider legs into the pit. Oh, they catch him. Can they kill him off? They get the silence off. Oh, this is huge.
The second silence.
The double silence, and it's the kill. That's the big beast
baby.
that they were searching for. PL down, has to buy back instantly.
Wow, okay. Signs of life from Unique. I know they're up right now, but I think everyone's on the same page that if PL gets there, they're going to have some serious issues, and they take a good fight there. They're going to immediately smoke despite having no Death Prophet ult.
Where was the Shaker in that fight? Well, hold on. We'll have to look at it later.
Tanner's also going to be threatening bottom in the meantime. The creep wave is pushing in, so he will take this tier 3, as I'll keep monitoring that as the fight goes on here, potentially.
They breach high ground, looking for PPD. Snowball forward is going to connect. Oh, they lost their Shaker. He's got buyback. They do have outposts if they want to try to engage, but Unique are just forcing them back. PPD trying to head to the north, but Vangscore's there to cut him off. Illusion joining the fray as well. Walrus punch, and while that's happening, Tanner is taking racks, or trying to anyway. Got the tier 3, forced out the glyph, and now as they retreat, they're going to be slightly down. Dahak now running back the other direction. Jiving forward, nicely interrupted. Now a doppelganger by Illusion. Juking away from the spear. He's going to live, then he blinks out, wasting so much time.
Sick Rubik plays in both games from both players, opposite sides, even though it lost last game and it may lose this game.
And this is buying time for the exorcism to cool down.
Yeah. Weaver needs to be careful if he's hitting this, and if they just know this is going on, they can just take it from him.
Bit unlucky, gets bashed mid-satanic.
Yeah.
We'll have another look at this fight.
Weaver is finishing Roshan. It looks like NIP is either unaware or does not desire to contest, as we see the replay of this fight.
I mean, it looked like it was going to be such a good Echo Slam opportunity, but both of their cores were BKB'd. DP's really tanky, and he never had the opening.
Absolutely no contest came out from NIP, by the way. They did just get the Aegis on Unique. Queen of Pain takes it, and Weaver took the cheese. So after we see this replay, that was really good follow-up. Almost predicted rather than reaction there. And these kills that you're seeing, they're setting up for this Roche taking. They forced a Hawk to buy back, and Tanner's doing his best to split push, but seems to no avail, as Unique is surprising me as well as probably NIP as well, that they're losing this part of the game after winning that one crucial fight that I thought was going to turn the tides entirely.
I mean, super late game, is that the point where the PL kind of falls off here? Like, I feel like at some point you have so much damage that maybe you can deal with it.
Maybe Queen of Pain is better than I thought, just because that ultimate does so much damage, and you have the fear, you have the Shivas being built. He's going a Mjolnir as well with a 40 attack speed talent. AoE Shadow Strike, yeah, he can double that off, but if you manage to do it right after he gets the doppelganger, I'm not sure.
I still feel like they have to outplay them, though. Like, all these fights, we have not seen an Echo. We've seen Bat getting caught at the beginning of the fight. Like, if those things go differently, it seems like NIP should still be able to win.
I agree. I think it's still a high Oh my God!
Speaking of outplays, hey, nice illusion room, Milan. I bet you want it, huh? Huh, buddy? Oh, no illusion. No advice for you.
That was a very strange decision, because your whole team is playing top on NIP, and if your team's playing top and they're not seeing anybody, there's only one part of the map the opponent can be on.
Tanner going for the TP out. Oh, just makes it. Tusk was hunting, though. He didn't have any backup.
Still no blink. He's almost there.
They're trying to go high ground here, but look what's happening. Top lane, split push. It's only the Mars. The PL is actually there with the illusions. The glyph. Unique. Forcing that out. May just have to back away now, but the building damage war seems like it's being won in these situations by NAP. They got the tier 3 bot. They forced out a glyph earlier. They've done damage to the tier 3 top, almost half of its health. And an exorcism for a glyph, meanwhile, not great for Unique.
Yeah, Tusk is on the lane babysitting duty. And he's getting a lot of levels for it. He is level 13, but...
This is pretty scary to go high ground now with the Echo online. The whole NIP squad is alive, and Unique, they're not having it. They're going to back off. But this gives NIP time.
4-staff done on the Shaker. That'll help him position just a bit better and escape the Tusk shards. When they're usually leading off on the snowball with him, they do get the lift generally. It does also cancel lift to 4-staff your teammates, so It's worth considering as well.
Which is a long disable with the Arcane Supremacy.
It is, yeah. Death Prophet working on a BKB of his own. Suddenly a 7K net worth lead for the Unique side, where this Rubik is actually getting
they
a
have
lot
a
of farm.
ward in the NIP base, and I think they
saw them walk
Oh, they
out.
weren't smoking.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
they were just walking out.
AC on Tanners. Pretty standard item build on Prophet. It's a nice right-click item. Helps your team.
I think they got Blizzy. That ward sees him, right?
Yes, it does. They know he's here.
Shiva's initiation. They're going to
That
jump
was well
forward.
played. Waiting for the co-op to blink in first.
Very patient stuff from Unique. And meanwhile, NIP is all back in their woods, just chilling and farming. And they'll lose the Mars.
I like the way Unique's playing this game. I really did think
They
they
seem
were
very
out of it.
poised,
Yeah, they are very calm.
at least outwardly. Who knows what's going on in the war room?
Yeah, true.
But looking good. Still a close game overall, 19-12, 8,000 gold, but just no momentum for NIP. Haven't really gotten out on the map in a long time, and PL still being outfarmed by Weaver.
Yeah, Weaver
By a
has
decent
committed to the full butterfly. So he's going purely for himself. He's not worried about the peel at all. He's gone for the good old Agi carry, BKB, Satanic Butterfly, Mjolnir. I feel like we see these items a lot.
And Weaver is really nice late game because you really don't need boots, you know, with Sakuchi. So you always have that extra item slot to work with as they do find the Shaker. Once again, the ward paid off, the one we saw earlier when they scouted mid, and now rushing forward to try and take advantage of this dive is Dahak. He gets one kill. BZZ lassoed up, pulled back in. All of a sudden, a big mess for Unique. That was painful to watch.
Can I stop telling the viewers at home that a team is I really like what they're doing, and then
Then
that
they just
happens?
immediately do that.
Yeah, it happened last game for NIP, as that was a very odd decision by BZZ. I think he thinks he's tanky when he's
It's happened
isolated.
a few times now.
Yeah.
He's a little full of himself in that regard, perhaps.
Yeah, his team said, we're going to flex pick DP, and you need to be able to play it. So he's like, okay, I'll play it 2 times in the next couple days, and here I am. I'm kidding. But at the end of the day, that was a bit of an overextension from him. He just kind of walks in and dies.
I mean, and using the exorcism is
yeah.
real surprising there.
He almost lived, though, so that's good.
Well, perhaps not his most brilliant moment, but a good fight for NIP.
He needs to ask
nonetheless.
PPD about those. I'm done with that joke.
The horse is dead, and you are now just flaying its carcass. But please, continue.
To be fair, we've all been here for like 15 days, and I've been here like 10 hours a day, and I've seen that moments of brilliance thing with PPD at least 100 times. So maybe I'm just subconsciously thinking about Peter while I cast, you know. Sometimes you can't help it.
Yeah, rent-free in your head, bro.
Indeed.
That's the real brilliance.
The Hawk does have the full Abyssal going for the Satanic, the mana mode build on PL. I think it's just these
Even though the whole
Mjolnirs.
nature of the hero is not really to man up, it's just to kind of, you know, death by 1,000 cuts, let your illusions do the dirty work while the real one cowers in the corner.
We have seen PLs eventually get to that point.
That's
so
true.
maybe once he has this Satanic, plus maybe a damage item, maybe a butterfly, maybe
Rapier being queued up by Zitrax. I like the way he's thinking.
he needs it.
I think they're going to need it.
The good old 8-0-4 Weaver in a game where you're like, well, if I die once, we probably lose, so might as well buy a Rapier. We saw this with Nico Baby the other day, and did not work out well for them. And
He definitely can die, even with, you know,
oh,
the
absolutely.
BKB. Like, they have chain stun and mass, like, instant initiation.
And
so.
absolutely no save other than this Tusk, who he's been working on that Blink Dagger for about 25 minutes now.
Wait, he still doesn't have.
yeah,
oh,
he's-
my God.
he's-
Poor event score.
Yeah, if you include like wards in the buyback, I think Rubik should start buying some wards. I don't know. Is the Rubik boots of travel really that more important?
Then I'll blink on dust.
Yeah, I guess the Rubik
It
does
helps you
need
deal with the
these.
nature's
yeah,
prophet,
I guess
you
you
know?
do, but I think this Blink Tusk is pretty important. But
I would be mauling if I was Tusk,
Yeah.
for sure.
Is that Tusk being played by Cap or what?
Cap's an imitation. I
True.
did it first.
Yeah, you are the real OG.
And his hair will grow back anyway.
The Hawk's real. They know it's real. He broke. They get the real one with the snowball.
Roll forward. Dahak is going to juke out, and Venscore, he's just in the middle of the enemy team by his lonesome. Where's the backup for this man? Zirax now wants to make a move,
by
but the
20
Fissure
minutes.
blocking him off. All he can do is deal with the illusions. BZZ, he got off the Exorcism, he got off the BKB. He didn't die. That's something. As Tanner tries to TP out, I don't think they can kill him in time. The quad bolt, not enough. They blew everything.
Zirax wasn't hitting him at all.
But he's got an assault.
Sakuchi'd.
He's got an assault cuirass.
Yeah.
This NP is just not dying.
And a
And a
Weaver-
blade mail. Look at that. 36 armor, BSJ.
He's also got the... I think that's actually lying to us. Wait, so he's got 20 armor base. Wait, is that actually base armor? Okay, so he should have 15 from the AC. He should have 6 from the blade mail, which is 21, and then he should have 10 from his pass or from his talent. So he's actually, it's that bug where the AC combining in his inventory doesn't show its armor. So he's actually got 51 armor.
Now, it looked like he had a crap load.
Yeah,
from how
he's
little
got
damage
he's
he
got
took.
51 armor. So he's very tanky.
So it does give you the correct amount of armor. It just doesn't show it.
Yeah. There was shown on Reddit.
Okay.
That's what Reddit's for, after all.
Tanner and Zirax dueling it out. Okay, Tanner just trying to get away, but the snowball's coming in. They've got the
BKB.
Walrus Punch. Then they will likely find the Nature's Prophet kill. No, he turns around. He mans up on Zirax. Man, the damage from this guy. He's fighting it out. BZZ now forced to TP. Tanner,
Holy
big,
crap.
bad beast.
He was like 2 inches from abyssaling him there too on the Hawk, so that was narrowly escape from the Death Prophet there.
This Nature's Prophet is no joke.
Yep, this is a standard build. BKB, AC, and a Satanic. All the other items are kind of just whatever's good for the game, as he has the Blade Mail and the Orchid. But,
I think they're going to need that Rapier soon.
and
Are we getting close?
he is
Yeah,
not
he's-
much closer now than he was last time we checked, but
Oh, Timeless Relic. That's oh wait, that's for NIP.
yeah, that's good for the Shaker. That's super good for him.
Milan will DC. Little packet loss. What do you think, BSJ? Are we going to a game 3?
I thought it in the draft, and I think it's honestly impressive that Unique's made it this far. So if they manage to win this game, I will probably be blown away, and looking pretty grim for them already to me, because if you play carry, man, you just know this feeling where you're just this Weaver, and you're like, what am I supposed to do? I'm 8-0-4. What do you want from me? But it just isn't enough. We do have the tier 4 items coming out, though, and have to see what people get. We already see the Timeless Relic. Maybe some impactful change. What if the Pill gets an Illusionist Cape? That would be pretty hype. Ninja Gear found by Prophet. That's not an Illusionist Cape.
Also pretty good for PL with the 20 Agi.
I'd probably rather have the Spider Legs, honestly.
Really?
Yeah, they're just so good. It's more about the fact that you can approach fights from all types of different angles.
Right.
But he does actually queue up the Ninja
And when you
Gear to be
combine
picked
them
up.
with the Doppelganger, it's like, and the Phantom Rush, you're
Yeah.
just like always moving somewhere fast.
He disagrees with me, though, and agrees with you. So he's going to drop the... He has the Ninja Gear being flown out to him.
The Deeps.
I got to respect the Deeps. The 30 movement speed's not bad either.
Little solo smoke operation here from Dahak.
Makes it almost impossible to gank
They
him as
see
well.
Zirax. Could they go on him? Sitting behind him is the Death Prophet. He's got Cheese. He's got BKB. That's a dicey kill. You got to blow everything, and if you don't get the kill, then all of a sudden it can get real ugly. So they're not going to risk it. NIP will disengage, rotate over towards the pit, where Zirax has just walked in, and NIP will just be forced to back.
Well, the Tusk was forced to buy out again, so his Blink Dagger is now even further away than it was 20 minutes ago.
At this point, he's going to have to start selling his items.
Yeah, I'm ready for
keep
them
these
to be in their
buybacks
own
going.
base, and he's going to have no boots, no bracer, and he's going to have a Blink Dagger and a wand in his inventory.
Five Ironwood branches.
That's value 6 slot LD if I've ever heard it.
Mm-hmm. We're getting there.
So, now what? We just kind of wait. I think Roche is going to be the point of contention for both teams. They're going to be stalemating it out until one of them feels comfortable to go in. I think NIP is very content to just chill, relax.
And when you have Nature's
Take it back.
Prophet, you're always going to win that battle. And with an exposed lane of Rax bottom, you have to respect that split push.
Yes, this is a Prince's Knife's Prophet as well, so he has a miniature hex built into his attacks, which is quite nice for him.
Seems good.
Minotaur Horn as well. Is there a hero that makes use of that? Both teams are getting pretty much the same items. It is totally rigged. I think Mars would probably want the Minotaur Horn, just so he doesn't have to pop his BKB for like just the Orchid or the DP silence, and he can pop off all of his abilities. It also gives them some strength to work with as they look to invade the triangle. And Milan is in Viz.
Dahaka's made it to high ground. And they
Jim
go
on him.
in on Zitrax. Shaker is chilling here, but he's been lifted. Drop back down. Quapo brings him low, finishes him off. There's no Shaker in this fight. He's going to buy back instantly, try to re-engage Zitrax. Manning up, but he cannot fight against Tanner. That guy just takes way too long to kill. He's got to find an easier target. PPD on the backside could be just that. 19, manning up on Tanner. Here comes the Death Prophet. Exorcism stacking up. They get the kill. That's 2 buybacks now by NIP. They want to take this fight so bad. Milan's coming in, looking for the Echo, but the BKB on BZZ.
Orchid.
Not the best target. He's got to run away. This Shaker just can't have a game. And they start running him down. Now Zitrax can lock onto him. Milan in the pit. There's the silence. What a combo by BZZ. Can they finish him off in time, though? Shaker staying alive for now. Couple more auto attacks. They get the kill. It's a godlike Weaver and chasing for more. Dahaka the run. Oh, the snowball. They're rolling forward. Can they finish him off? He's Satanics just for the creeps, but he's not going to have anything left to fight. The Weaver stands his ground. They keep on working him down. And they,
oh my God.
They get the kill.
Holy crap.
Out for 2 minutes.
Team Unique is ball.
And PPD, he bought back. This is a dieback.
There's no PL for 2 minutes, and there's no PPD.
They could thrown it. They're going to go right for the high ground. They kill up the bat.
Oh, my God. This is actually incredible. I am blown away by the fact that Unique is able to take these fights. If I was in IP, I would really wonder what the hell's going on.
Tanner has other ideas, though. He's split pushing. He's trying to stall things out, uses the Satanic, drags Unique away so they can't go for the push. The creeps are marching in, though. He's dead, too. It's all 5 dead.
He can buy his Rapier on Weaver as well, and they can push the base.
They have creeps.
He's got level 25. He's 900 movement speed. Sakuchi'd. Go get that Rapier, man. You got to wait for the
I'll meet you guys
anyway.
there, okay? I'm just going to do a few quick laps.
BRB.
I think they might have time.
Yeah, I think they can end this game. Are they really going for Roche? Do they know PL doesn't have buyback? It is available based on cooldown. So.
Okay, so that they don't know about that, and they'd probably assume Nature's Prophet has it. So,
okay,
can't argue with the call.
Wow, the way they're playing around the Shaker is so big.
This guy doesn't have a game.
Yeah, they're doing it to him too. 19-teen with the instant Orchid as the Earthshaker came into the fight. He should take that Minotaur horn. Over this Timeless Relic. I'm surprised he's not, to be honest with you. I think that's unacceptable to get Orchided like that and just accept that and not take the neutral item that can change that for you. I don't think Timeless Relic's good if you can't cast your stuns in the first place. But that's just quick maths. I believe 25% bonus on 0 is 25. Or 0, I mean.
The math checks out, and the game is looking good for Unique now. They've got a shot to take it. Both heroes do have buyback. PL's just got the gold for it, and Zitrax working on this tier 3. There's a glyph again. They've got the Exorcism. They're going to glyph their own wave to keep it alive. They want to commit for this push. Tier 3, dropping low, is going to fall. Are they going for the throne? No, just the Rax.
Yeah, they don't want to overcommit.
Now they're going to go top, and that score will take a moment.
Can I just say we have a nice mango harvest this year in the NIP base? Just notice that.
It is ripe, fermenting
mangoes.
Mango wine being brewed up.
Indeed.
It's probably pretty stinky, actually.
And
those things have just been rotting there for like hours.
Can I just also say that Dota's not a sprint. You know, it's a marathon. And Vanscore has made it to the end of the marathon. He has acquired his Blink Dagger.
Oh, it's the end times are nigh for NIP, BSJ.
45-minute Blink Dagger
Abandon
is
all
online.
hope, ye who enter here.
PPD still doesn't have one of his own at 45 minutes in the game. Both 5 positions have been struggle bussing it up this game.
They're going to get at least a second lane. They can't go for Megas because they're still a tier 2 bot. And Weaver sitting out in front with the Rapier. Does have the Aegis.
Color me impressed this game.
I can't believe that they're this close. That last fight was so amazing to watch, though. Like, the execution and teamwork was insane from Unique.
His target priority is super important against heroes like Shaker.
He gets the instant Hex off on Tanner, but he's been counter-Hex. Now the PL comes in. That's the Aegis down. Oh, have we jinxed them again, BSJ?
No,
not like this.
Not again.
Not like this. There's the stolen spear, though. Zitrax, he wants to back off, play it safe. He's got the BKB, but he can't decide where to go.
Earthshaker's in the back dead.
Well, that's good for Unique, but Zitrax is not fighting during this time while his team's just slowly getting picked off. Now 19 wants to go in. Zitrax says, screw it. I can't risk it with this Rapier, but without the Rapier Weaver,
he has no buyback. He
there's
could
no
have refresher blinked on Queen of Pain, and he just didn't. Oh, my God.
Well,
deep breaths, deep breaths.
It just got a little more interesting. Still after that fight, 16K gold lead and going up. All these buybacks are Really cost the
I'm not
other
going to
team.
say a single good thing about either team anymore because it's just not fair to them.
You
Because
guys
after
are-
I say it,
Y'all
they just lose.
garbage, dumpster
Yeah.
tier.
Both of these teams are absolute dog shit.
We don't mean
Clip it and ship it.
that. Right up there, BSJ thinks he's better than pro Dota players.
Exactly.
Shit can caster noob.
You know, that was well articulated there.
That's- Oh, that's just how I feel. You know,
Oh.
This comes naturally to me.
Okay, I see.
Okay,
You're just speaking from the
I
heart.
kid.
Yeah, yeah, I understand. See
But that guy on Reddit, he's probably not. Oh, by the way.
that one guy, huh? Dahak got the rapier queued up as well.
All right, it's rapier game,
Oh
boys.
my God.
Let's go.
This is 7.25 for you in a nutshell if you haven't been seeing it. Can we beat the record the other day? We had 9 rapiers in one game, so we are currently looking at 2, and a third one's on the way.
Well, about 45 more minutes to go or so, I would say.
Not that long. These heroes farm pretty fast.
You're assuming there's not going to be any rapiers dropping.
Well,
either,
yeah,
I
but
guess,
the drop is still there. You
that's
know, it's
true.
still in the game.
That's true.
We just have to acquire 6,000 gold, and that's another rapier.
All right. Well, the rapier factory is open for business.
Man, if I was opening up a new shop right now, I would definitely go into the rapier business.
Yeah, it is a booming market.
Yeah, the secret shop is, ever since that side shop competitor went down the drain, he's been reaping the benefits.
Xerax is now so scared, playing so safe. Yet to die this game, right? Yeah, 10-0 and 8. And that one death would probably just mean instant GG.
And you guys saw how quickly he died when he had Aegis. He gets melted. So that's kind of the scary part about this game for them and why it's quite difficult to play a hero like Weaver as the game goes on compared to a PL. But he does have the rapier on Dahak if he elects to take it. I don't really see a point in locking the ingredients. Yeah, I was like, you don't have
if you don't have
buyback
buyback.
anyway. Might as well go for it. And he is going to shred these guys. Quap, 36 armor. Let's see. BZZ only has 24 armor. Queuing up that Eon disc. I would have honestly considered a Ghost Scepter at this point. But he does have the BKB, which effectively negate each other, so maybe that's why he's elected not to do that. The 2 lanes of Rax will come in handy since they're against the Nature's Prophet. There's 2 lanes that will naturally push for themselves. Vlad's actually done on Vanscore. This man is rich.
I think that's the hypest moment that's happened in 8 minutes here, BS.
Yeah, that's why I hyped it up. I know when to bring it.
You got to. You said patience. You know, you got to save a little for the next team play. Don't blow it all now.
Sorry.
Keep that energy at a solid 5.
Deep breaths, everybody. Deep breaths. As 19 team does take the bottom outpost right before the 50-minute mark, so double outpost for the side of Unique. Will we make it another 10 minutes, LD, for the Tier 5 neutral items?
I'm going to say yes.
Bold prediction.
I
You guys heard it here first.
I think so. What do you think?
I think it is above a 50% chance to happen.
That's a lame answer.
Of course it's going to happen. What are you talking about? This is about good Dota, LD, and we want to see some Fallen Skies. We want to see some Tridents. We want to see some Pirate Hats.
Super Desolator. What is that thing called? Desolator 2?
Stygian. It was called Desolator 2, but then they called it the Stygian Desolator as a tribute to Dota 1.
Okay.
Which you got to respect that
Don't sue us, Blizzard, please.
for all the boomers out there.
Oh, the mango tree. It's been defiled
Wait, what?
at the
What? What? It was just now blossoming.
horror.
It was just beginning to
I
bloom
can't
into
believe
final
my
form.
eyes.
And there's just a bunch of mangoes there. You can even be reminded of its poor corpse in the base. F's out in chat for the mango tree.
Moseying down mid.
If this game goes long enough, they're going to run out of those mangoes.
Dahak just constantly running around with this ninja gear, scouting for the team. Now a real smoke. They see Xerax. Oh, they want to squash that bug, but the Lincoln Sphere on him. Echo Slam committed. Fissure forward. Spear him up. Skewer him down, and he's dead. That's the first death of the game, and possibly the only one that's going to matter as a rapier is now dropped.
Suddenly a net worth lead advantage for
And he buys
NIP.
back. But he wasn't even that scary with the rapier. He's not looking like he will be without. That
I
PPD of all guys has it.
cannot believe he's showing on a mid-wave without Tuscan blink range. That is just really bad communication from Unique there. That's at this point in the game unacceptable, game losing, etc. And I'm sorry I ever said anything good about you guys, because that's what this naturally leads to. As a Death Prophet ult was also committed. I didn't even notice that until just now. So that's going to be on cooldown. I don't even know if NIP saw that, which might be to the advantage of Unique there. But Zitrak's working on another Rapier. That's the only thing you can do at this point. That's what I love about Rapiers. They are contagious, LD. The minute you get one, you have that
It's
itch
an
you
arms
got to
race,
scratch.
you know?
Yeah.
Everyone has to build one.
Oh, yeah.
Well, at least they have the Rax advantage. That's the one thing going for Unique right now.
I said it's a nice thing against the Prophet, but the thing about Prophet is since he naturally pushes waves so easily, the team with Prophet can still make moves. It's mainly that the team against Prophet doesn't have to worry about their own lanes nearly as often. But the lanes are virtually never going to be pushed into NIP's base with the heroes that they have. And now suddenly they have a win condition. This Weaver dies. GG. As who took the third Rapier?
PPD.
Of course.
That was just one of those mad click fests, you know?
You have to think about the value here, right? If you were to put it on PL, right, he already hits for 600. That's like 50% bonus damage. You look at the Prophet. He already hits for 600 as
Nothing
well.
like a Tranquil Boots, Blink
But
Dagger, Bat to
this
just
is a
pump out the
quadruple
deeps.
damage rune for the rest of the game for
Where's
PPD.
I would like to see a Mask of Madness on PPD.
Mask of...
Maybe
yeah,
a Moonshard.
Yeah, I was like Moonshard maybe. You don't want to be silenced. That hero does rely on his skills a lot. So Moonshard I'm more of a fan of. But
That is a good point.
if he doesn't feel like the attack speed's the way to go, then he could also just go for a casual crit stick.
I'm down with that. Well, BSJ to think, you know, Unique, they could have just won the game. What was it, 40 minutes or so?
Something like that.
Bit unfortunate. Didn't know about the buyback cooldowns, hesitated, and
Roche is up
now
soon.
they
Minute and a half.
trail by about the value of one Rapier.
But if that Rapier drops, that's a whole Rapier shift, so it's twice as much.
Imagine if they get 2 or 3 Rapiers. That'd be a big gold swing. They find PPD. That's the Rapier. Back the other way.
Oh, that's the Rapier.
Who's got
What? PPD! You're throwing! Oh, dude. Okay.
Okay, Weaver got it back. How appropriate. He's reclaimed
The
what's
Minotaur Horn.
rightfully his. Now he wants
Queen
to
of
go
Pain
in.
refresher.
Initiation, BKB, charging forward. They're trying to keep the Shaker out of the picture. He does have Echo Slam.
Oh my God, this
They
game.
lose Blizzy right back the other way. They're into it. They're fighting. They're drilling this Nature's Prophet. The Fissure comes through. He has the Satanic
Man
though.
mode.
He's standing his ground. He's fighting it out. Illusion's there with the Fissure. Needs some help. They got to get to this Prophet. The Fissures are protecting him. The Quapple comes through again though.
Oh
Big
my
damage.
God.
The Zitrak's doing the work on the backside. Death Prophet gonna go down. Has to back off. They don't have Exorcism. She doesn't have buyback. She's short 500 gold.
She's used by somebody. I don't know who, though.
Zitrak's got to go for tier 4s or cut waves. Try to draw them back. Looks like NIP trying to shove in the top lane.
He's trying to get that second Rapier. He's going to get it from these bounty runes if he goes and picks them up.
You stash it, right? Or you think you
No,
hold
no,
the
you
double
put it- you
rapier?
put it in,
Oh,
for
he doesn't
sure.
have buyback. He doesn't.
Yeah, he already bought back once. And he's going to have it here. The Roche is late. Pretty fortunate, I would say, for Team Unique overall because I think PL is still the strongest hero at this point in the game despite everything, and they just have control of this area. They still have Echo Slam, no Death Prophet ult, no Quap ult. He used his Refresher Shard. Going for the Fold Mjolnir after that Bloodthorn.
So he's backpacking. He's using the Ninja
Roche
Gear
is
for the
up.
smoke and then backpacking
Yeah.
for the Timeless Relic. I like that. It's going to be an Ags and a Refresher.
Ags on to Nature's Prophet for the trees.
Okay.
No, it's definitely for Milan, I think. I don't think you give it to PL. Oh, you gave it to PL. Wow. So no cooldown Phantom Rush. The only thing that has a cooldown is the actual agility gain itself.
And it's the no minimum distance, right?
Yeah, so you basically
You
perma
always
Phantom
Phantom
Rush,
Rush, yeah.
but you only have the agility bonus for half the time.
Okay.
Because it doesn't actually say how long the agility lasts for, but I'm about 99%
With a
certain
DD rune.
it's 2 seconds.
Oh, this guy's packing heat.
He is indeed.
Dahak hitting for almost 800.
He's even got a Minotaur Horn.
They're sharding up the waves to like build it up, it looks like, but Dahak is making quick work of those creeps. Top and mid being pushed back in. Remember, bottom
Lucian
lane is
smoked up.
exposed still. IP grouping up. Here comes the smoke, but they're tentative about this. Just the Illusion scouting for the moment, and just some illusions pushing down mid. Are they going to commit to a push? They get creeps to the base. The Illusion army marches in.
Yeah, Illusion's cutting with a smoke. Or from the ninja gear, obviously.
But these buildings are just melting. They're going to have to come defend real soon.
Force
The Hawk
fort
forces
already.
out the glyph. That could open the way for a big commitment by NIP. Shards coming out. The chip continues. Illusion's forcing BZZ all the way back to the fountain. He's just out of the fight. And meanwhile, that's a lane for free. They still have Echo Slam. When are they going to go? Unique are waiting for the right opportunity, but opportunity is
They hit for
knocking.
so much damage. You gotta
NIP
do
is
something.
banging on the front door. You can't just ignore this. Quap jumping in. Immediate Abyssal. Now the double fissure coming
The
through.
snowball save.
Milan still holding onto the Echo Slam, waiting for the right moment. They get the lasso, dragging the Death Prophet around. Stolen lasso back the other way. Was he going to find the opening to use it? Quap on Tanner.
Watch out
He's
for
low.
Echo.
He's not dead just yet. Shaker comes in. Kaboom! Hits a massive Echo Slam, but they stay alive through a time lapse comes out. Citrak holding his ground.
Wait.
He can keep on fighting.
He already time-lapsed.
GG. And he's dead. 5v3. Just the DP.
This game was just too hard, man. I thought they did way better than they even should have.
Man,
And
Moan just had so much time there. And he had the refresher shard, so he gets to go for round number 2. Echo Slamma Jamma sends BZZ packing, sends NIP into a game 3 decider. Unique, they fought hard. They did their best, but taking fights against this team is just an uphill battle, to say the least. So much committed to try and kill off the Nature's Prophet. Just takes so long to die with like that 50+ armor. Rapiers everywhere. NIP could just go for the throne, but they're enjoying their kills. Will be a dieback
They have no creeps.
on PPD.
The wave is right here, though. Queen of
They
Pain might go for
still
the
have
cut.
60 seconds. So should be enough time. Quap just marching down mid, trying to stall it out. And the GG is
He didn't have BKB for 4 seconds, so kind of just screwed there.
Well,
Came into this game
That was
saying that
interesting.
I really liked NIP's draft way more, but I also said I thought they were the better team and they'd make a comeback after watching that first game. I'm almost more impressed with how Unique played this game.